Learn, share a couple words with y'all. Motivation, motivation. You go through things, ups and downs in life, right? One thing I can always say, when you go up, when you up, you ain't worried, when you're not really worried about being down, you just worry about staying maintained and staying up. But the people around you, they was down, they didn't go up, so they gonna feel away. You know what I'm saying? So be careful who watch you go up. Cause if you ever shit down, they definitely not gonna. They gonna be, what happened when you was up? Why you ain't do this for me? And this shit that's entitlement, but this shit that don't even make sense. But it's shit they couldn't do for themselves. So that feel away. One thing about my life, I definitely could say the women that dealt with me seriously, that really was locked in with me, they ain't locked in no more, but I was locked in with me. About 90% of them success in their own way. They may got careers, they may have their own business, but they all making six figures, or close to it. You know what I'm saying? They income is six figures a year. Now I don't know nothing about taxes, like they taxing all that. They all six figures, you know what I'm saying? And then the ones that I was really, really close with, they got their own shit going on. You know what I'm saying? The ones that I spent day and nights, laid up with making moves like every day, 7 days a week type, they they got some stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of, 'em, you know. We wasn't compatible, uh, or our communication wasn't aligned to meet where I was at and where they was at. And I'm happy for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But that shows what type of power and what type of intelligence, what type of value I bring. Cause anybody I touch, anybody that's close to me becomes something, you know what I'm saying? And when I go through things, God, he'll be all right. He'll be straight. They witnessed me go through some shit, and I ain't really take it. I never take stuff heavy unless like my daughter. That's the only thing I really take heavy, heavy. And like people stealing money. Other than that, things that happen, I don't really take too heavy. Uh, but anything out of my control, I let God handle it. So, but the thing that I can say is, them people that I help, because or the women that was in my life that I helped, they ain't there for you when you ain't on their terms, or uh how can I say this? Where y'all had a disagreement, but you still gotta live life. You still gotta have people in your corner. You still gotta have genuine love for somebody or someone that supported you or helped you get to that next level. Now that's a scary thing. You can connect with someone, help someone, they can give you your flowers while you helping them. Once they get where they want to be at, um, they gonna forget about you or like act like they did it on their own or shit. They was the reason why. People switch the narrative. That's cool, but in life, years gonna go by because when people that's with you while you up, some may happen, some may not happen, or they may force something to happen, or it may just be uh regular domestic or whatever. You're gonna think about me. You're gonna remember me because why? I was solid. Up, downs, whatever. I was solid. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to life and survival, I don't play about that. That petty stuff about you want somebody to go pick something up or want somebody to go drive here or want to go out to eat here or go to movies here or want to go out of town here. That's from small. That shit don't even really matter. That's just wants and just attention. I want to come to surviving, making sure somebody eat, making sure somebody living, making sure somebody good. They got a car, got a house. You know what I'm saying? I don't play about that. It's women that I ain't with or dealing with, and they married. I get cash as I get some money. I need this. I gotta eat. I can't eat. Woo woo. Damn, how you married and you can't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you may be living with somebody. You might not have to pay no bills, but you short on your bills. You know what I'm saying? You short, you can't even eat. You got a kid and they don't, but they making sure y'all straight to their perspective because they don't have a kid. They didn't grow up with you. They don't know your upbringing. They don't know. They just going off what they feel is right. You know what I'm saying? And some people meet people off of day naps. They meet people from people through their family, you know what I'm saying? Or through their friends, and they make it comfortable, or they try to make it where they're in control, and you put yourself in a situation where you can't control it. You thought you was in control, but now you can't control it because this person know everything about you, and they gonna crash out. The same thing women do to crash out on men and tell on men to do things. Today's society, men doing it. So now you stuck and you going through wild shit. You dealing with disrespectful shit, degrading shit. And now you gotta stay with this person so that degrading and humiliating shit don't go out or come out. Cause you tell anybody, this is the fuck y'all had going on? This the motherfucker you dealing with? Oh hell no. What the fuck? You doing this? You get the, oh, you want me to save you. Man, what type of wild shit you on? You could have been fucking with me before all this shit. You just, but it let you know that people feel like life a game and they can play with people and be in control. You know, um, like a lot of people deal with people lesser than them, or not even just saying financially, but intelligence wise, common sense wise, so they can be in control. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Salute, Andre, Temps, GKOP. What's going on? But yeah, they do this, you know what I'm saying, to try to be in control like a child. They want like an adult child, but have some type of income. But when a child get frustrated, or when you try to take something from a child, and that's all they want, they gonna show you how they feel about you. You get a child mad enough, they'll hit their parent. The fuck? You don't think none of it because they small or whatever, or a female may yell or whatever. What you think you hit me, this and that, right? But that's their reaction to your disrespect. What you think an adult gonna do? An adult man and woman. Women be like that too. That's why I'm chilling, focusing on myself. I ain't even indulging because women be crazy. But men be wilder. You know what I'm saying? I'll just tell you. One girl I used to mess with, she was married to a guy, right? This nigga, she said she would have to have sex with him while she was asleep because she was tired and he'll be drunk tweaking. So I guess one time, because they was going back and forth, whatever, but still having sex, you know, I guess that's how people. I never had tension with someone that's still having sex with them. I can't have sex with a woman if it's tension. Like, I'd be cool on that. But a lot of women like that shit. I don't be into that because it's kind of like you think you can do whatever and we just argue like, no, we got to get an understanding after this. But long story short, the man recorded her while she was asleep. He was having sex. And I guess well, I ain't gonna say I guess he sent it to all the people on her phone, her friends, family, everybody she talked to, because he felt like she was cheating and shit like that. You know, and she was telling me comments of the video, stuff like that or whatever. And I'm like, well, that got to be a sick individual for you to be allowing to do that. You know what I'm saying? And, she like, I'm like, he recorded your shit, and she talk about, uh, her girlfriend tells him, man, his shit kept slipping out. He don't know what he doing. Now that's a red flag to me. For one, that shit sounds suspect. Suspicious. Second of all, you know what that means. Everybody ain't hanging. Third of all, this is his wife. You know what I'm saying? He said it to her mama, everybody, people in church, all that shit. Friend, she one of our friends just looking at her crazy. But she didn't even know because she was asleep, she said. She said. You can question the person she dealing with, but you gotta question her as well. what's going in your mind? You knew this motherfucker was sick. She say for the first 6 months or a year, some shit he didn't hit. He would just pull up, wait on her to get off work, pull up, whatever. She was living comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time back out dating and shit. That's what she tell me. She already got a baby daddy. So he pulled the bullwinkle on her. You know what I'm saying? He took the wig off the pig. And shit, she fell for it. His shit started happening to him financially, his job and shit, or whatever. I know all this because I was messing with her and she had to tell me everything. But long story short, she back with the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Shit be wild, man. Careful who you be helping and shit, man. This nigga slashed tires and shit, was slashing our tires. I'm steady getting new tires because motherfuckers got shit to do every day. But he's scared, hiding, complaint, crying and shit, try to cry to me and shit, try to be my friend. Like, bro, I just need to see you because you got to pay me and I got to smack you for doing what you did. Man, a year later, I stopped messing with her a couple months after that because of her type shit, whatever she got going on. She got control issues. Now, I done helped all these people, all these women become successful careers and business people, right? And they own business. This bitch tried to force me to get a job because I got in an accident. I still got paper coming in while I'm in the bed. But she like, you gotta get a job. She don't. And I learned from people. Cause I'm so sure her and Buddy still get. She still calls me, asking me for money and shit. So, but with people I learned, if you whatever you do, if you comfortable doing what you doing, or if your career or your job, your career, your business, if you happy doing your business, you comfortable doing your business, and your significant other ain't comfortable doing what they doing, they gonna irritate you to the point where you gotta leave them alone, or they gonna try to force you to be uncomfortable with whatever you doing. So they gonna force you to lose your job or lose your career or shit, lose your business. So you gotta pick your survival over the person your companion. Shit. That's just life. But as a man, you be like, damn, bitch, motherfucker mad, motherfucker happy in life. I can't make you feel like me. I can show you what I do every day. I can show you why I feel this way. I can tell you. I can show you a good time, but I can't make you internally happy, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say it's to all the people I help. Shout out to women I help put on whatever, people I help put on whatever. If you ain't happy with yourself internally, when you go through ups and downs, because there's gonna be some downs. There's gonna be more downs than ups. If you ain't happy with yourself internally, all that shit don't even matter. All the money you make and spend, the people you know what I'm saying, you try to help, or the people you try to impress, if you not happy with yourself internally, that shit don't matter. Cause you gotta be ready for when, you know what I'm saying, shit go wrong, or not even shit go wrong. You might get in a car accident. You might even get in no accident. You might just shit, have a bad day. You might have forgot to put your bills on auto pay. And now you gotta pay a late fee, a surcharge, and pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? DDG just said he almost got his Cadillac truck repoed because he forgot to put his shit on auto pay. He just paid the whole shit off. Shit like that does happen. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that happened to me before when motherfuckers was finna come take my shit. I'm, oh, hold on, let me just go ahead and pay this shit. I'm trying to boost my credit. Let me just pay this shit off. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna forget again. So it's like you got to be happy with yourself internally because shit happen. You could be dealing with a client and they could be a disgruntled client, but they pay good. They just be emotional. You got to be cool. But if you got some shit you ain't happy internally, shit happen in your house, you go outside, this motherfucker tweaking, you get the going back and forth with this motherfucker. This a motherfucker that'll send you 50K anytime you say something or you need something. to get some shit done, and they depend on you now. They got to figure out somebody else they gonna pay. They might pay that motherfucker more because they only want to. They ain't gonna have the conversations and shit they have with this person. They just gonna be disgruntled and be a dictator. You know what I'm saying? Now you just cut yourself out of an annual 50K, 40K every whenever, just cause, or 10K, 5K, whatever, just cause you're not happy with yourself internally. You know what I'm saying? You can have a bad relationship with your kids because you're not happy with yourself internally. You know what I'm saying? Your kids just trying to be a kid, learn, you be with you, be happy. But if you're not happy with yourself internally, your kids like, man, motherfucker always mad. That's what happens when you get grown. I don't never want to be grown. That's why kids like, I don't want to grow up. They don't want to be mad. They don't want to be sad. They don't like that crying shit. They don't like being mad and shit. You know what I'm saying? But check this out. Kids don't like being told what to do all the time, right? But they do it. When a motherfucker go to work, go to their job, motherfucker don't like being told what they got to do. But you know you got to do it to get that check. How you think your kid feel? People that work jobs should be more closer with their kids because you actually can relate to them. You know what I'm saying? If you got a higher of authority or a chain of command, you should be able to relate to your children more because y'all going through the same shit as they grow up and as you going through work, y'all going through the same shit. You gotta do some shit you don't want to do because somebody telling you to do it to stay in the system in that environment. Because it's just that system in that environment. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just that's just common sense, but common sense ain't too common, you did. Like me, I'd be happy for people. Whatever somebody else got going on, whatever people got going on, I'd be happy because the more you succeed, it reveals who you really are and who you want to be, especially money. Money, when you succeed, it reveals who you are. Money amplifies who you are and who you want to be. You know what I'm saying? And when everybody's amplified or everybody's revealed, that person may not be the person you thought they was. Or that person may not be aligned with you or compatible with you. You know what I'm saying? Because now they think it's supposed to go how they go because they in that position. And it's true. It go that way how it go for the people that looking up to them, that's following they lead now. You know what I'm saying? Cause they got their own path to go down. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. But you still gotta be happy with yourself eternally. You know what I'm saying? If you're not happy with yourself eternally, no matter what you do. Just like people that be they go to the NBA, NFL, win a bunch of titles, win a bunch of rings, championship, make a bunch of money, and they end up blowing it, going drunk, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And they like, man, how you spend 30 million? How you spend 100 million? How you spend 10 million? You got paid 20 some million. Man, I was motherfucker be going through some shit. They not even happy. You could take care of so many people, do all these things for these people to make people happy, but you're not happy with yourself eternally. You know what I'm saying? I had to find that back in myself a few years ago. Cause around 2020, from like I guess around 2021 and 2022, and 2023, I could say, when people betrayed me or people I was going through things with people and different conflicts, I wasn't happy internally. I had to get my joy back amidst of me losing everything and going through everything. I had to get my joy back and be happy with myself. I had to reflect on my accomplishments, my past, what I've been through, what I overcame, what I achieved, to give myself grace to be happy with myself internally. You know what I'm saying? And once I got back happy with myself internally, I'm like, I can get all this shit back. But now I gotta attack everything differently because now I see, I used to try to make people happy around me so I can have time to myself to be happy. So I can have time to myself for some peace. So I can have time for myself to just let my hair down, relax. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to make sure other people's were comfortable so I can be comfortable. You know, I didn't have to dim my light to make other people shine brighter. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn how to not care about people being sad, mad, angry because I am excited. I would be excited, then I had to dim down to be happy, then I had to dim down to be nonchalant about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a natural nonchalant person, but I can be also excited. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that about myself and restructure myself because the way I was approaching things, it wasn't working in my favor internally. You know what I'm saying? So I had to switch things up, switch the people around me, people that was in my life, so I could be happy internally again. Because when people get comfortable with you, they start trying to find flaws about you. They start trying to find reasons to dislike you. They try to find reasons to justify betraying you. That's because they got too comfortable around you, and that's where entitlement builds up. And that caused me to be unhappy internally because I'm reflecting on everything I done for these people and all I did for these people. And why would this person? I'm trying to understand why would they turn on me? Why would they do this? Why do that? And I had to come to a point where it's like they had no choice. They wasn't gonna see it. If it wasn't coming from me, they wasn't gonna never see it. Why wouldn't they? You know what I'm saying? You dangle a carrot in front of a bunny so long, they gonna jump through the damn ropes and get it, you know? And that's just life. They can play it off, talk down about you behind your back, all that, but they really want to take it from you. They really want to steal from you and say, ha ha, I stole from you, you wasn't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? My own mother betrayed me. I can tell you plenty stories in my childhood where we was sleeping in sleeping bags, me and my brother, and her and her husband was on a mattress, and we in a house that's not livable. Uh, we living in a house while they renovating and rehabbing it. But we gone throughout the day, they working and putting the stuff up that we using to sleep in. We living like we living like what's some people that be living in houses? Uh Squatters. We was living like squatters, but she actually paying a mortgage and rehabbing the house, but we living like squatters. Straight up. My younger brother tried not to remember it, I guess. I don't know. But we was living like squatters. Now, my grandfather had money, her father. She didn't want to tell nobody her business or whatever, whatever. But she'll ask him for money for things she want to do or whatever, but not when it came to her kids. He used to come stay with us, visit us, all that shit. So that didn't make sense to me how we was living and all the things we went through prior, knowing who my grandfather was, what he got going on, XYZ. But people feel, but you never know what someone taught their child or ethics they taught their child to put them in a certain position. 'Cause I seen my mother get money. I seen my mother hustle. I seen her make 10,000 in 2, 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I seen it. But she has a knack for pleasing people that aren't accomplished. She has a knack for pleasing people for conversation. She has a knack for pleasing people just to have small talk and know what everybody got going on. So that and that's her being unhappy with herself internally because you know you need money, you work for money, and you make more money doing the things you want to do, the ideas you come up with that work. A lot of ideas my mama came up with, they work. But the comfort of the majority made up, I just want to chill my job. I'm cool with my job. Overtime, feet hurt. All her surgeries, all that stuff from my body, shit came from her working and doing, trying to fit in. She'd have made more money in less time doing the things she want to do versus working her job. If you do the cost cost analysis, cost and time analysis, but you have to be happy within yourself. You know what I'm saying? We had a I had a business I was launching with my mother. I've been had it set up, everything it's been seasoned, everything, it's finna launch. Where we were guaranteed to be millionaires after shit, few months to a year for sure. It's just how we gonna spend it, how we gonna invest it, and the goal is to build a community. You know what I'm saying? Out of my grandfather, a retirement home to fit what they really enjoyed, right? I help her retire, I help her get disability, I help her get her veteran benefits, right? Now I'm like, okay, you got everything. You said once you get everything situated, you'll be focused and ready to hop into business with me so we can do this shit. I got the line of credits, so we ain't got to use our money to get materials XYZ. I have relations with lenders so we can fund the projects to pay people. She saying, I like my fixed income. I don't want to be rich. Now before that, she talking about a man. She want a man. She just wish she had a man. She wish she was married. My mother was divorced 4 times. She filed them all. She was divorced 4 times. I know you like, damn, that's like J Lo, Halle Berry, all that. Yeah, my mama. So when she tried to put me on Kevin Samuels, man, he sound just like you. He sound just like you. I mean, he's just telling y'all the truth, and they calling in, paying him for him to tell them the truth, and they just want to respond angry. But y'all hit him up to ask him the truth. Y'all know how he coming. Won't you call? Oh, I'm not calling. Oh, okay. But you be laughing at other women, and you got to think about shit he's saying because it got to relate to you, resonate with you. Man, he end up dying and shit. And she's like, "Oh, you see, he died." I'm like, I was thinking about what his mama thinks because you said he sound like me. So I'm like, damn, I know his mama feel bad because he was just telling the truth. I wonder if something happened to me, would you feel bad for me just telling the truth or being truthful? 'Cause I don't lie. I never lied. She can ask for that. So it's like people got to be happy internally to move forward or produce with you because her being unhappy about having a man or being married, she sacrificed her own child that took care of her since I was taking her since I was like 10 years old. That was the first time I gave my mama money so we can eat. And she knew I had it. I just had to, she didn't know where it was at. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you really cared about, but she never raised us. She always was outside. I had an outside mom. I had a key to the crib at 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? I used to be in the city walking around at 8 years old. I was on the newspaper. I used to come home 9, 10 o'clock at night, 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. I was on the east side over off Stony as a kid. And she wouldn't be there sometimes. A lot of times she wouldn't be there. My mother wouldn't be home until it's 10, 11 o'clock on the weekdays. Then on the weekends, you're not gonna see my mama till about 5, 6 in the morning. Straight up. And if you is in the house with her, she gonna complain, bitch about the house, this, and that in the house. So you gone when she sleep or when she at the crib. All the time you do come to the crib when she ain't there. That was my routine. My mama might not see me until it was probably Sunday, and that's because it's her day off. Straight up. Or she'll walk in on me while I'm asleep. That'd be the only time my mama could see me, straight up. And that was like that my whole life. If it was days I woke up a weekday or something and she was at the crib, oh, something happened. Something ain't right. She might have took a vacation or something or whatever. And she on bullshit on vacation. She on your ass her whole vacation. She on your ass. You man, what the fuck? Go back to work. You know what I'm saying? So it was some shit going on. It was tough growing up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You can go through shit outside the house, but the shit that's inside the house, that's the shit people. That's what that's what people character come from. Cause what you got to take in when you that you dealing with when you go outside, you got to try to lighten up, enjoy, maneuver through society. But motherfuckers be going through some shit in that house. Nigga Jeffrey Dahmer in the house, he going through some shit in that house. He go outside, he kick it, he partying. Where the niggas at? Where the niggas at? Chocolate, chocolate. Where the niggas at? Bring him back to the crib. Then it hit him. Got to go through some shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like girls are whipping. Motherfuckers may be trying to touch on them all types of shit in the house. I was about a girl in all the clubs, she in all the activities, all the anything to stay outside. You know? Or a nigga might be getting beat every time by a drunk. He come in the crib, he ain't even trying to go home. Shit. Motherfucker see his bruises and shit. Like, what happened? Motherfucker don't want to say nothing. You know what happened to little Timmy. You want him to say it so you can react. You know what happened to little Timmy. He only go home and go to school and play with your kid. Your kids play the video game. So it's interesting, to see like people counting me out and shit. I was sleeping in my car waiting on my damn house to get sold to get my damn check from the title company. House gets sold, title company tell me, here go the case number. We knew, you know what I'm saying, we supposed to cut you a check, but they came in with a different title or the clear title day before the sale. Boom. Nigga, my mama sold that house. Nigga, we agreed and everything. Nigga, I had more problems. I'm like, let me just get that and I'm cool. Just leave me alone. So I had over $500,000 put to the side for investing, all gone. You know what I'm saying? And that was just my investment money. That ain't even the money on my end, stocks and crypto that I lost out of my hands. You know what I'm saying? When the system glitched or whatever and shit was dropping, you couldn't sell out you had to lose 80 to 90% of your portfolio. It was no way to, unless you was not in the damn stocks or crypto at that time, you were going to lose that. So if it wasn't sitting in your wallet, you're going to lose that money. Period. Every stock lost some money. Except the damn USDC or the dollar. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that stay at $1.99. They ain't know nothing about what they knew from the news. All he do this, he probably lost, but they don't know how much I lost. They don't know psychologically how that shit happened. And then my business, my day-to-day business was going slow because of the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? My blue collar business was going slow. So, and that business I was making 50 to 100K a month. So if that's going slow, my crypto stocks I was making, stocks crypto I was making about 8 to like 20,000 a week. Um, I just say let's say six to 15,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? Um, for years, and I was spending, living, spending, taking care of shit, buying expensive shit, doing shit. Living, enjoying life. Cause I'm like, this shit ain't gonna never stop. What I learned in life, everything has a cycle. You know what I'm saying? Especially the economy, it got to reset. So once that side happened, boom, my stocks and crypto fucked up. Nigga lost like 300. Ugh. Boom, blue collar business slow. That's why I was putting my money in the stocks and crypto for my blue collar business, and I was putting it into houses and investments, properties and shit. Boom, that shit slow. My rental car business, that shit booming. But I put the cars in my mama name. It was two cars I put my mother name. One car I got from the dealership, brand new 2023 BMW X3, I think, engine failure. They took a month. I mean, y'all can just keep it. Me not knowing with the credit, I should have kept it and had that warranty with them and rented out because now it's on my credit paid off. But once my mother started playing with my credit and I try to go back, because she seen the cars getting delivered. I had a Jeep and shit too get delivered and a Mercedes. She started maxing out credit cards where I was a co-signer on or whatever, authorized user. My score went from like 730, 740 to like 619. So I get denied trying to go back get another car. Oh, what the fuck? This shit was just paid off. How the hell? Then I see she maxed out a Sam's Club. She spent like what 10 G's at Sam's Club. I don't know what the fuck you buying for 10 G's at Sam's Club. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she messed up one of my other accounts. Stole like 12,000 out of a joint account we had for my for the mortgages I had for the place I was staying at. So I went through all this. So that's probably like 860, 100, 860 some thousand in the midst of 3 years just gone. You know what I'm saying? Gone. I'm talking about gone. Like I was grinding for that shit. Like I'm trading at 7 to 9. I'm on the phone from 6 to 3, no, 6 to 6, taking care of my blue collar business. Um, doing other things. Looking at property. Helping people with their property. I got property tax certificates I'm buying so I can get the deed of the property. So I'm getting the tax deeds. I'm buying it so I can get the deed of the property in a couple years. Now with all that shit, I had like 23 tax deed properties. They ended up paying me back for 12 of them. But the other 11, I'm going through all that shit. I forgot to pay the tax on. I ain't had to spend nothing but like, man, that shit probably been like 15 G's for them 11 properties. And one of them was a bank building. You gotta have a clear mind. You gotta stay focused. You know what I'm saying? But shit. And that could have been over $1 million worth of real estate because when real estate went up, because it went up, because I had them since the 2019. So everything went up 2022. I could have just sold them as is and been at 400,000. You know what I'm saying? At least 300, 400,000 off just that. But I got distracted. And that shit started messing with my internal happiness. You know what I'm saying? Where I had to separate fully. They had the police coming to my house, sheriff coming to my house every day. So I ain't even tell you about my baby mama shit. You know what I'm saying? Started playing with my kid. So she started lying and shit. So when you say something on somebody's name or say somebody harmed you or you file emergency order protection and you put these things in paragraphs, even if they're not true or not, they gonna put it in the system. So when the police pull up on your name get ran in the system, somebody gonna read it off to them and they can hear it. Somebody gonna be telling them this, and that, order protection for this, order protection. So when they hear that, initially oh, this is gonna be to some violence shit, it's gonna get physical. So even if it ain't gonna get physical, if somebody wanted to get physical, somebody got all the physical things on. They got a gun, taser, billy club, handcuffs. They come outside every day in a split second, gotta get ready to get physical. So they hear somebody, he may be anxious to get physical. Ooh, this who you just pulled over. This who you just popped up on. This who door you knocking at. Then they got a partner with them. So they talking about it. And this is their job. So they don't care if it's true or not. They just doing their job. And based on their job, I'm cautious. You know what I'm saying? But that shows the low intelligence because the people that has to be police, they hire people with low intellectual levels purposely because they have to follow orders. And them knowing they not that smart, but they in a position, they can abuse their authority. But that also gets them fired and shit like that. So they like, damn, why did I do all that? I was treating people wrong. I'm a regular person off the clock. You know what I'm saying? But that's slow people. You know what I'm saying? Why would you treat somebody something abusing their shoes? You wouldn't want to go through that. You just want to go home or take care of your business. But people be jealous and shit. So most police be jealous and insecure and shit. And they have to grow out of it. Most people that become police, they're jealous and insecure. And some of them, not all of them, grow out of it. That's my synopsis of it. My baby mama brother was chief of police. So it's like I was going through so much shit. They was trying to break me on purpose. But I had to find happiness internally with myself to keep going. You know what I'm saying? To keep moving. I was doing my law program. You know what I'm saying? I was getting my insurance licenses. I was trying to get my loan officer license. My electrician license. You know what I'm saying? I became a mediator. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to build computers, mine crypto, code. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of all that drama, I got happy within myself because I started building. You know what I'm saying? I got back to building, being myself. And I unlocked things in myself that instead of me thinking, man, I want to do this, I want to do this, I'm doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pressing shirts and pants and jackets for my company. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can do a clothing line. My cousin big press. Let him press. He do it, he dapper then. But I can press for these uniforms. You know what I'm saying? And it let me know what things I'm really great at and things that I'm good at, need some practice, but do I really want to do this? It let me pick, you know what I'm saying, choose things that I felt that was suitable for me. Even though I can do anything I put my mind to. My mother said it when she was angry with everybody not like it. They can't just do what they want to do, you know. They can't just learn how they on their own, right? She was trying to make a website for the company. And when I'm gonna do it in due time, we gotta get these things in order first. And she tried to force herself to do it, didn't work. She tried to force somebody to force me to tell them it don't work like that. Because it update the softwares and the code and programming updates so fucking much, especially with Google. Like you can't even build a free website no more. So it's like it'd be a lot with that. But and it take time mentally where you gotta focus and you gotta be locked in like at least 12, 16 hours a day doing that. Because you come up with a framework and how you want it to look, and you bouncing back and forth with minor little things. There might be a dot somewhere it ain't supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But she don't understand it. She couldn't understand it because she don't do it. But when she tried doing her own, she seen it's a lot. So all it did was make her mad. Like, damn, this motherfucker, this a lot to do. This motherfucker know how to do this shit. He got a few of them on his own. Fuck this motherfucker. I'm my son. They tried to disrupt my happiness. I had to find myself getting happy again. I had to find who I really am. I had to find myself. You know what I'm saying? Because people can create narratives and shit, but as long as you know who you is, that's all that matters. You know, then it'd be like the ignorant people or people with low self-esteem and low um confidence in themselves. they'll try to fight you or not even fight you, try to have an altercation with you where it can become on a record or it's recorded or police involved where they feel like I got into this person. Who is this person? They got all this going on. Why y'all getting to it? So now they feel like they on your level. So like that's like if I box the mayor, it's gonna be public that I box the mayor. Then who the fuck is that boxed the mayor? Michael Bullock. Everybody gonna remember Michael Bullock. Yeah, that nigga he boxed the mayor. So now he got recognition for a confrontation, and people be comfortable with that. So that's how they get, you know what I'm saying, get some acknowledgement or some shit. They don't give a fuck about who won or who lost. They just know y'all got into it. You know what I'm saying? They don't care who went to court, who had to pay fines, or who got arrested and shit. They just know y'all got into it. And now that you feel like, yeah, he on the mid, when they say somebody's name, they feel like they all on the same level. That's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? So that's why people that's successful or people that's high value don't deal with ignorant people, so they don't force themselves into altercations. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody try to bring you down to their level and be like, oh yeah, he got to spend all that money in court. I ain't got to spend shit. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So once I learned that in life, or people will steal from you and tell the police they stole from you and they're afraid of their life, they'll call the police, be like, yeah, so and so after me. Well, why are they after you? They think I stole from them. They think you stole from them. Yeah, because they missing money and this and that, and they ain't been doing this and that. And they say whatever, right? You may have stole from them. The police like, yeah, they stole. How you know all this? Because now the police want to steal from them. So now, when the police approach you, now they watching you to see where you gonna retaliate. Because they can confiscate or whatever you got going on. If you got money in your car or your house or whatever, they can take it and say it's evidence for whatever the fuck conspiracy they trying to build. And you gotta pay fines, and you gotta go to court, and you gotta get a lawyer. And the person that stole from you, they just a witness. Oh, well, they telling they on paper they snitch. A thief is worse than a snitch. A person that steal, they don't mind telling. The fuck? That's easy. They been waiting to tell somebody what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody steal, I mean, it's been on your mind for a long time. It's been in your heart for a long time to do that. You know what I'm saying? You fake it around somebody so you can get them to lower their guard. So, you know what I'm saying? They can't wait to tell. And they gonna think they can put some sauce on it. And they gonna put some sauce on it to make it look good so they can be, yeah, you know, we'll call you next time we need to know something, you know. And if somebody else is upset that you stole from them, just let us know. You know, they say shit like that. Oh, I got you. A lot of people think I be stealing from them. Man, but that's just life. Those are the dirty game. That's a dirty game of life, you know. Cause life is enjoyable. Life ain't hard. People make life hard. You know what I'm saying? And that's from their entitlement, their perception, their work ethic, their thought process, their trauma, you know, because you have to be hurt or taught or trained to harm someone. Because being born as a human, you naturally don't want to harm anything. You want to play with things that may harm you. A baby will try to play with an elephant. A baby will try to play with a gorilla, a snake, a rat, a bird, because it looks nice. I don't want to touch it. I want to because it's learning life. So they had to learn how to behave a certain way. They had to learn how to be negative. They got to learn to be racist. You know what I'm saying? Kids don't see color. until it's forced upon them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's interesting, you know, because even if somebody do wrong, you got to be curious. Well, I'll be curious to what they've been through to make them come up with that conclusion to do that shit. Because they had to know that shit ain't right. But what made them okay with doing that wrong shit? What really made them? That's what psychologists and all that should be studying. People put people in psych ward shit. What made you think this shit is cool? That majority of the time it be financial, money. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, your opposite sex can want to be you. They could be you. They could be putting you through so much shit and hell and turmoil because they wish they was the one with the bag. They wish they was the one with the business. They wish they was the one with the NBA contract or the NFL contract. They wish they was the one on TV. They wish they was the one that took care of their family and gave their family money and looked out and shit. And you was the one that they was sleeping at you. You the one they was fucking. You the one they had to deal with. You the one they got to call every morning and night to be a family. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's the point where they don't even want to work the way you work or help or support what you're doing. They just want to, you doing that, well, give me something off that. You doing all this, give me something off that. They say, fuck you putting my own work in. You did it already. You know what I'm saying? They forget to be a helpmate. So it'd be like, you know, shit, I'm gonna tap back in with y'all later. Get my damn head on. You did. Tap in with y'all though. Love y'all chat. I'm gonna get on kick soon. Get that going as well. Y'all can see my day to days, getting things in order. Yeah. Peace.